Hey house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother Canada 5 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Danielle Woodavine. What's up, girl? I hope you're having a great day and enjoying this last bit of the season. It's still been pretty crazy the last few days, I have to say. So anyway, if you guys want to be house guest of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. So yesterday, the feeds went down for a little while while Big Brother was tricking the house guests, and I believe Marsha the Moose was involved. Okay, so obviously we didn't see it because the feeds were down, but this is what we got from what everybody was saying. Apparently, Big Brother offered Karen $10,000, which she was not actually offered $10,000, but they pretended at first to fake out her fellow house guests and hand out a bunch of punishments. So, like, the way that this was set up, I guess, you know, she was in on the joke. She knew what was going on. But they were all watching her, deliberating who she was going to give these punishments to. So they thought that this was completely serious. So there were different punishments, like pick someone who can't vote this week. Pick someone who can't play in the next POV. Pick someone who's going to be locked in solitary for 48 hours. Pick someone who's going to lose a jury vote. So, I mean, there's, like, all these really awful punishments. And they're just, like, watching Karen, like, hand them out. Which is hilarious, and I can't wait to see this play out, but in the end, no one was punished, and I don't think Karen got $10,000 either. But have-nots are done for the rest of the season. Woo! Okay, so after that, everyone was in the storage room except for Kevin, and Ika's like, alright, you guys need to keep Demetres. You need to have him around to win competitions, because Kevin will win if he is not evicted next week. If he gets to that final HOH, the three-parter, he's going to win that, and then he's going to go to the final two, and he's going to kick all your asses. So they're like, yeah, we're going to keep Demetres. Chill, girl. So then Karen and Damika are in the pink room, and Karen's like, oh, I just saw that Kevin and Dylan are talking, and I think they were making a final two deal. And then this is not just some paranoia spreading around. So Karen's like, why does Dylan even bother? Like, who cares? I want Kevin Martin out. Like, he shouldn't even be making these final two deals with someone who's not going to be here. Damn, girl. So then Ika is saying, well, Dylan also said that he was going to go to the final two with Demetres. So, like, obviously we know he's lying. Duh. And Demetres says, whatever. If Kevin doesn't win the final four veto, he's freaking gone, because he can't compete in the next HOH competition. So for Kevin Martin, it's all going to come down to that final four POV. Crazy. Meanwhile, we've got Kevin and Dylan in the HOH room, as Karen suspected. They were talking about the final two. Dylan is telling Kevin, you're definitely going to beat me in any type of, like, days competition, because Kevin's got all this info down. Dylan, not as much. And Dylan's like, well, you know what, next week, if I win that HOH and I keep you safe, he's trying to, like, get a deal out of Kevin. The funny thing is, if Dylan were to win the next HOH, he would have no say in who's staying, because it all comes down to the POV winner. So that's not really good leverage for a deal, but Kevin's just like, yeah, I'll give it to him anyway. So he says, yeah, if it's me, you, and Karen in the final three, I will take you to the end over Karen. So Dylan says, yeah, man, I'm going to be honest, no one wants to take you to the final two because we all know that you're going to win, but I don't care. I will go to the final two with you. Dylan is claiming that he is cool with winning second place. He's saying, I could take $20,000 and turn it into $100 like that. Like $100, not $100,000. I don't know. Maybe he could. Who knows? But anyway, Kevin is saying, yeah, if you go to the final three with me and Karen, you're going to be guaranteed at least second place, because we would both take you to the final two. And Dylan seems really cool with that. It's really hard to tell where Dylan actually stands right now, because he just, like, agrees with everything that everyone says. And I don't know if it's just because he's flip-floppy or he doesn't feel like dealing with people or what. But it's really annoying. I'd love to see what he's actually planning. So they're both saying they want Demetres out this week and Ika out the following week. Alright, so then nominations roll around. It's Ika and Demetres up on the block. No surprise there. But then things get a little crazy. So Kevin was in the diary room, and Ika was really pissed about his nomination speech. Obviously, she knew that they were going up on the block, but she was really freaking ticked off about something Kevin said in his speech. Apparently, he said that Demetres and Ika lied and broke promises, and that's why they're up on the block. And I guess Ika, during the ceremony, told him to go F himself. So then Ika was practicing this other material, talking about why she was so upset with Kevin. Kevin comes out of the diary room as Ika is getting all fired up. She's already yelling as he's walking out, and she's like, "You've broken promises with other people, so don't make your speech about that. Just say that you're freaking scared of Demetres and competitions and that you're trying to get rid of us." And Kevin's just like, no, he actually was very calm during this. He said, yeah, he has broken a lot of promises, but he thought that their deal was legit last week. And Ika was like, so did everyone else you made deals with. I just want to emphasize here, Ika was freaking, not just yelling, but screaming during this whole thing. Kevin is just like, blah, 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 blah. He's like normal voice level, but Ika was screaming. But I'm not going to do that right now because it takes a lot of energy. So she is really pissed, and Kevin is saying, I was just giving a reason for the nominations, and Ika says, your reason was not legit. Tell the truth. You're afraid of us. So then Ika brings up that, like, Bible thing or whatever, the he who cast the first stone, that one. Basically, like, don't throw stones if you live in a glass house, that sort of thing. And Kevin is like, Ika, please don't bring up stuff from my personal life, stuff from, like, 6 or 7 years ago. I don't know if he, like, lived in a glass house and someone threw a stone at it or what, but, like, there must be something else that he's referring to. I guess, I don't know if it's something tied to his religion or what, but I don't know. Apparently there was some sort of personal issue there. So then Ika's saying, don't take shots at me when you've done the exact same thing. Kevin says, we've all played the game. You know, everybody here has pretty much lied. And Ika's like, Demetres will kick your ass in competitions every time. She keeps saying that. And she also says that she's got some tea to spill on Kevin too, but she won't. She's not about airing people's dirty laundry. And Kevin's like, I'm sorry my reasons offended you. You are the two biggest threats in the house. That's why I put you up on the block. Ika's like, you should have said that. Put some respect in our names. Put some respect up in this bitch. Alright, so then Ika is walking away. She's walking up the stairs. Kevin is still downstairs, and she's screaming that if the two of them were in the final two, Kevin's game is nowhere near hers, but he would still win because the jurors are bitter as hell. Woo! I mean, she's got a point there, and, like, all the jurors are friends with Kevin, so if he makes it to the final two, there's a pretty good chance he's gonna win. And then she caps it off with a good old, go F yourself! It was a lot. I mean, that's a lot for anybody, but I feel like Kevin does not get in a lot of screaming matches in his normal life, so there was a lot. But anyway, Karen and Dylan were chatting a little while later, and Karen is like, do you want Kevin out? If he stays in this house, he will win. So Dylan's like, obviously, I'd rather have Demetres here than Kevin. Come on, Karen. So again, he's just going along with the person he's talking to. Who knows what he's actually thinking. But he's saying, we have the votes this week. It doesn't matter. Or sorry, Karen is saying, we have the votes this week. It doesn't matter what Kevin wants. Because Kevin clearly wants Demetres out. And Karen really wants him to stay. I mean, she wants Ika to stay too, but she really wants Demetres to stay. So yeah, Dylan's on board. He says, yeah, let's keep Demetres, take out Kevin, and that'll be nice for us. So then Dylan does admit that Kevin made a final two deal with him, but he doesn't believe it. Okay. So then Demetres and Dylan were chatting, and Dylan lets him know, if it comes down to it, I'm going to have to vote out Ika to keep you here. And Demetres is like, you know, I'm not going to campaign against Ika. Do whatever you've got to do. We're all good. So then Dylan looks ahead to next week, and he says, we got to get rid of Kevin. And Demetres is like, duh. So it's all going to come down to that Final Four veto again, because Kevin can't play in the next HOH. Alright, so then last night, this was pretty crazy. Karen was getting super emotional with Jamaica in the pink room. They've been spending so much time in the pink room together. Like, at least go to a different part of the house. I mean, really. So, Karen's like, just one time as a fan, I want to see the right person win. And Demetres is saying, well, everyone here deserves it. I mean, everybody's got their thing. And Karen's like, but I want to go to the end with the most deserving people, the best people here. And if you do that and lose, you still win. I mean, technically you still lose, but I mean, we see what she's saying here. So, obviously, she's saying she wants Demetrius to win, and not that Kevin Martin. She will be beside herself if Kevin Robert Martin wins this season. So, Karen says, okay, this might be a little bit off word-wise, but, like, I did not make this up. This is almost, or possibly a direct quote. I can't remember. Karen said, you don't want some loser who played a shitty game to win because his dirtbag friends were on the jury. Oh my god. Can we just get a hashtag, damn Karen, going? It's crazy. So then Karen moves out of that phase of the discussion, moves on to the pumping up Demetrius to win the power veto. All three of them are getting emotional, and Demetrius is like, I'm sorry, I made fun of your paranoia. So it's like, I don't know if she's like their child now, or if Karen is like their mother figure, or what. I think it's a little mix of both, but it's pretty funny. So then Demetrius leaves to take a shower. Karen is still talking to Ika, and she is pissed that Dylan is potentially making these final 2 deals with Kevin. Again, she's saying, why are you going to make a final 2 with him if he's going next week? So then Karen was giving Ika a pep talk, like, you're still in the arena. We're all still in the arena. You know, we can win this. Let's not give up hope. Oh, Karen. But seriously, is she like trying to give the game to Ika and Demetrius? Because that's what it looks like. So this morning, Karen continues to push that Kevin Martin must go. She's already looking ahead to next week. Kevin continues pushing to Dylan that Demetrius has to go this week, and Dylan is still playing along. So then they're talking about the final 2 again. Dylan's like, Kevin, I'm not going to be able to beat you in the final 2. Pretty much no one is. And Kevin's like, yeah, I got a lot of friends in jury. I'm not going to lie right now. I got a lot of friends in jury. Again, Kevin tells Dylan that he would take him to the final 2 over Karen. But this is interesting. This time he said, if I know for sure, I feel comfortable that I'm going to win, I will take you over Karen. So can't he just say, like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm going to win, and then take Karen? I mean, really. But anyway, Kevin is saying he would rather sit beside Dylan because it would just be, like, better for him and for the show. And, like, I think for the show it would be better if Kevin went with Karen, right? That would be hilarious. Imagine Karen won. That would be nutso, but I don't see that happening. But Dylan is also saying that he needs the money, so he would really appreciate being taken to the final 2. So this is funny, too. Kevin then mentions, if you do have a chance to get rid of me, you probably should. Okay. So then Karen and Micah were in the bathroom this morning, and Ika's like, Demetrius, if you win the power veto, you should make a final 2 deal with Kevin. Then tell Dylan about this deal and show that Kevin is a liar because he's got final 2 deals with more than one person. Yeah. Alright, so then apparently Kevin's been working on this like study area in the HOH bathroom. He's got these freaking little sprinkles that he's been making a study chart with, and Dylan discovered it. And Kevin is like showing him how it works. He's walking him through it. Dylan's got to be realizing how freaking effed he is in like a day's competition against Kevin. I mentioned it earlier, but I mean, after seeing this study chart, bless you, he's got to be like, oh shit, I am effed. Kevin's using like freaking tweezers to pick up and put down these sprinkles. But he ended up destroying it a little while later because he's like, oh man, Dylan found this thing. He's going to tell everybody else. I don't want to give everyone the satisfaction of destroying my study sheet the way that Jackie's was. Like, he doesn't want to deal with that, so he destroys it himself. I think he made it into a little smiley face after. That's nice. Alright, so then Ika and Karen were chatting, and they're really feeling like 2 Davids going up against 3 Goliaths in this power veto. They're like little old us going up against these big guys. You never know what it could be. They still have a chance. But Ika is saying that she would love to get Dylan up on the block, then she and Demetrius could both stay, and Karen's like, yeah! And Karen says that if she wins the veto, she's gonna use it on Demetrius. What? Imagine if Karen did win the veto, used it on Demetrius, Dylan goes up, and they vote him out. That'd be nuts. But I don't know. There's been a lot of studying today. Everybody's waiting for this power veto competition, us included. When are they going to have this thing? So Demetrius and Dylan were chatting in the kitchen. Yo, this is messed up. Okay, so Demetrius acknowledges that he would probably beat Dylan in the final 2. This is something that they've brought up a few times, and every time Demetrius is like, yeah, I probably would beat you in the final 2. I've won a lot of competitions, whatever. But then Demetrius says, if I win the final if you win the final HOH and you take me to the final 2 with you, I will be so indebted to you. Because he's saying, like, if you take me, I'm probably going to beat you. But Dylan is saying, well, we can make some kind of deal. And he's referring to, like, a deal with the cash prize, which is against the rules. So Demetrius shuts that down right away. He's like, no, I can't. It's in the rule book. So he shuts that down. This is not the first time we've seen Dylan try to make some sort of cash deal here. That's a little shady. But like I said, are they going to do this power veto or what? We've been waiting around all day. The feeds have not gone down yet. But check back later. I will post the winner in the info for this spoiler. If they actually do it tonight. So let me know who you guys are rooting for in the power veto. And until tomorrow, much love.